Okay, we have here a 1979 Fiat Spider. The bodywork is almost done, not much left to work on. However, I am receiving a lot of questions. How can I form and profile the metal? So we will try to show it. How can it be done in an amateur garage without all the fancy professional tools and machines? So let's get started. So right now we're in the trunk of the Fiat where the battery is located in the 1979 model. In previous editions it was located in the engine bay. However, in this bad boy we've got a battery in the trunk. Time and tide, time and rust wait for no Fiat, and the acid environment doesn't help at all. So usually the battery box area are pretty heavy rusted, and the same story goes in here. We will try to fix it. Of course I could fix all those holes piece by piece, but in this case I believe it will be better to manufacture entire battery box from the beginning. It is pretty easy piece of metal. However, we will focus not only on the walls and the battery tray, we will try to fabricate all those profiles as well. So let's start. Okay, first things first, we need to start from measurements, and I already made some basic drawing that shows all the necessary dimensions. As you can see, we need to focus on the fact that there is a battery tray. There are naturally walls, but the battery tray has got all those lips. The walls has all those lips as well. There's also another profile in here that stands for the wall, and an extra profile for the bolts. And they need to be located in exactly the same position, as there is another plastic cover that fills in the battery box, so they need to fit perfectly. In the beginning we will focus only on the shape, and on the second drawing I will try to measure all those profiles. However, first things first, let's start from the raw piece of metal and the basic drawings. Okay, so all the measurements done. We've got the basic drawing on the metal plate, and we will start cutting. I'm using a simple angle grinding to cut that. I don't have any special tools. I know that there are many disadvantages of using angle grinding, as there is some sharp edges, and metal can be overheated, so the corrosion might be a little bit quicker. But after that we can do a final touch to the edges that we will cut, and it will be quite okay. I didn't make a movie how to put it on the sheet, as I think this is pretty much easy. A little bit more about the metal. This is 1 millimeter thickness metal sheet, cold roll, ordinary piece of metal, nothing fancy. I believe it is easily available in all the hardware store, metal shops, and so on. So nothing special. Okay, we'll start grinding. as you can see, we still need to work on the edges, something like that, you know, just to make them in exact shape as they are in original piece. But in general, we need to cut in here, we need to cut in here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. Okay, I have added some colors to our life and to our drawing just to make sure that I will not mix some lines with the previous one. I already put that on our metal sheet, and right now we will use a machine, a simple one that is making nice things with metal. Okay, we said that there will be no fancy machines, but as a matter of fact, that kind of machine is less than $200. So whenever you wish to do a little bit more with the bodywork, I believe it's a kind of must be, and less than $200 is a decent price for having some fun with the metal. You will get those pieces, and they are adjustable, a lot of stones with different patterns, so you could do a lot of nice stuff. I already put a roundy one, and before we will make a first pattern that goes right here, I will do some trial with scrap metal, just to make sure that the profile will be exactly as we wish them to be. So let's have a start. Okay, so right now we will put that piece of metal to the machine, and we will go all the way just to make that pattern, and then we will think how to make these. I do have some ideas, but I will need to check that before I will ruin already cut a piece of metal. Let's have a see. Okay, the first profile is almost done. As you can see, machine does not solve all the issues. There are a lot of placers that need to be fixed using a hammer. As you can see, the profile of the metal is also a little bit bent, so we will use the hammer just to make it even. Right now I need to think of an idea how to make that piece also up. Let's see. Okay, I have made some trials on a piece of metal that I will not be using anymore, just to check my concept. The idea is to use two different types of racks, one with the round profile and the other one with a little bit different profile. I do not know if someone has done it before. Usually shape should be the same, but I have made some trial and it seems that we are quite close enough to the method to achieve a similar profile. And this one was not perfect. I was trying to turn, rotate during the work, but as you can see, this profile is far away from perfect. This one is much easier, and sometimes you need to waste a lot of piece of metals just to find the right way. It's not a perfect way, it will need some time with the hammer, but I believe it is close enough. Of course the edge is not even. I was just trying to roll it down to check the concept. Okay, so here we go. We will try to do it on our final piece of metal in the second. Okay, I have done another run, and as you can see right now the line is much straighter. but it will need slight of adjustment still. Right now I have changed the rocks just to make the opposite side, and we will see how it will be done. The battery is out, but as you can see, we already have a profile made from two different sides. Right now we need to do some hammer work. Okay, the preliminary hammer work is almost done, and just the final touch. I will cut those pieces 90 degrees right now, and we will try to bend all those lips, and we will be a little bit closer to the finish. I was thinking how to start the bend sheet metals, whether I shall start from the little ones or maybe from the big ones, and I came to the conclusion I don't have a machine to do that, so I came to the conclusion that I will start from the small ones, and that one we will improvise. Okay, so let's go. I believe this is also quite simple machine that every guy should have in his garage, so we will simply put it just like that, and we will bend it in the right way. And we're back in line. It will still need some moves from the hammer side, but it looks quite decent so far. And rest of those edges we'll just repeat the same task. Okay, this is something that I managed to do using a simple hammer and the tool that you have seen in there. So right now the most tricky part will be to bend those side walls. I will need to do it manually, and then after that we will just hammer down just to straighten it out. Naturally it is good to have a bending machine, because after doing it like I have done, you've got all those marks that need to be hammered down later on, just to avoid filler. Okay, so we'll try to bend those walls using a piece of metals and a piece of wood. Okay. So I took another professional machine, and I thought that I will make a small mark using an angle grinder just to help them out to bend, and I believe in using that kind of stuff will help us to avoid unpredictable bending. So let's try to do it. As you can see, there is only a small mark, and I believe it will help me out to bend it in the right way. Let's see if that will work. Okay, so one go. One done, still one more to go. I will do exactly the same thing. I see that the edge is not even. I will need to hammer it down just to make it make it perfect. We'll see how it will work. Okay, right now when everything is almost done, I have once again measured all those dimensions just to be sure that all the sides are even. As you can see in here, I need to take only a bit, in here a little bit bigger. I have left a little bit more metal in here because we need to do it quite precise, just to make sure that we'll copy the original. Naturally, I need to also grind all those elements, just them to look perfectly. We need to a little bit round those edges. We'll do it in a second. Making sure that the shape is correct. And I know that starting from this point and this point we need to meet in the middle, so this is 14.5 centimeter, and I know that from the edge there is 2 centimeters. So right now I am 100% sure that the shape is right. I will use that kind of plate to make that shape. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the second part is done. All we need to do is right now to drill some holes and weld a screw from a bolt from another side, and pretty much that would be it. Oh, I forgot, we need to take all those metal elements, metal pieces that were installed in original plate, but I will take care of that whenever I will be doing trunk area. If you like what you have seen, please subscribe, and maybe we will do some more movies about bodywork in amateur garage, done by amateur guys. So stay tuned, hope you like it.